Hello all, it's Lynn from lynnskinkykreations, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you all how to make a crochet wig. But the difference is that I'm going to be using a crochet cap that has the lace on the side. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what the cap is. Now you guys probably have seen me mention this cap quite a few times, and I actually do use it quite often actually. So I'm going to be showing you all how to make a crochet wig using this particular crochet cap. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the material that I'm going to be using. So I have a pair of scissors. I have my latch hook or crochet hook. I also have some gator clips. I feel like these clips are really good because they hold the hair out of the way really well. And I'm going to also be using something called a knit picker. So this is what I'm going to be using on the crochet cap as well. And aside from that, I also have some foam styling lotion, and this is from Motions, and this is what I use on all of the synthetic crochet wigs that I make. Like once I finish making a wig, I use this on the hair, and I feel like it really helps with smoothing anything out. If there's any tangles, I feel like it takes the tangles right out. So, you know, I feel like it's great to use. Oh, and the most important part, what hair I'm going to be using to make the crochet wig with, right? So I was in my local beauty supply store, and I came across some deep wave, and it's from the Sensational, and it's part of their lulutress collection. Now I've viewed other styles from this collection, so I happened to see the deep wave in the hair supply store, so I went ahead and purchased it, and I purchased it in the color burgundy. And this is in 18 inches, and I purchased 4 packs because I'm actually going to be cutting the hair in half because I want to create like a short, cute hairstyle, curly, you know, wavy kind of hairstyle. So I'm gonna just go ahead quickly and take it out of the package to show you guys what it looks like, just in case anyone of you was interested. I thought the curl pattern was like really pretty. And this is the back of the stock card. It just shows you what it looks like if you wear the style long and if you were to wear the style short. And I'm going to go ahead and actually show you what the hair looks like. So this is what the hair looks like. I feel like the hair looks really nice. The color is really, really pretty. It's like a nice, vibrant burgundy. And the texture of the hair feels nice. It feels like it has like a slightly yucky texture to it. So, you know, this is the hair that, like I said, this is the hair that I chose to make this wig with. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take the crochet cap out of the package, and I'm going to put it on my canvas blockhead. So this is what the cap looks like, and here's the lace. And I also have a video where I talk about different types of caps to use, so I'll definitely leave that link in the description box as well if anyone of you are interested in checking out what kind of wig caps and crochet caps, you know, what I recommend using them for. Alright, so I have my crochet here cut in half. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna go ahead and put a few curls on towards the back, and as I progress, you know, throughout the wig, I'll come back each way to kind of show you guys what it looks like until I get to the top, which is the main part of it. I want to show you guys how to actually, you know, put the hair on a cap once you get to the top. So you can separate the hair if you like, or you can leave it whole if you don't want to, but for me, I'm going to go ahead and separate it. I feel like if you separate it, it will give the wig a more natural look, and it'll also be easier to loop the hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert my crochet hook down, and I'm gonna put the hair onto the latch. I'm gonna close the latch, pull it through, and I'm actually going to probably knot it about, I would say 4 times, and then pull it. And you could put the hair as close together as you want to, or as far apart as you want to, depending on what type of look you're going for. I wouldn't say don't put it too close, because you don't want the cap to shrink. So, you know, you don't have to put it so far away, but don't put it too close where it starts to actually shrink the cap. And if you want more, you know, if you want even more volume, you could also add, you know, maybe thicker pieces if you want. Like, it's really up to you to decide how you want your unit to turn out. So I'm just going to continue to put the crochet hair throughout the cap. Maybe once I get about here, I'll just come back and show you guys what it's starting to look like. So as you guys can see, I've gotten more towards the, I'm still towards the back, but I've gotten a little higher up. And when I'm doing the crochet wigs, I like to kind of go from left to right or right to left. Like, I like to kind of alternate between each row so that it has a nice evenness to it. So I'll just show you guys a little bit more of what I'm doing. I don't want to show it too much because there's a lot of crochet wig videos out already, you know, so I don't want it to be like, you know, really like, oh, I've seen this already so many times. So I've been looping it 4 times, and that seems to work for me. And when I do the sides, I like to utilize the fact that the net comes over the elastic. So I like to, you know, try to kind of loop it towards the edge there so that it really gives it a nice natural look. So I hope you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Because with the other crochet caps, it has that band in a way and it's visible, but now with this cap, it has the net over the band. So I feel like, you know, that's even better, because now you could put hair there and the band is not showing. And I would say try to kind of like stagger the hair when you're putting it on a cap, or more or less, maybe I should say use the brick lay method when you're putting it on a cap if you can, so that, you know, the hair is not just in one spot. So as you guys can see, Alright guys, I'm back. No, I haven't finished the completed wig, but I don't want my camera battery to run out before I get to show you guys the front. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you all how I do the front when I get to this part of the crochet cap. So I take my knit picker here and I take some hair, and the more you separate the hair, the more it's likely to get a little bit frizzy, but you could always go back and kind of smooth that out. So there's two ways that you could do this, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the two ways that you could do it. So one way is you have, you know, like a section of hair, and you take your latch hook, knit picker, and I like to start towards the back here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to lower my mannequin stand. Alright, try to zoom in. Okay, so I like to start in the back. What I like to do is just kind of work. I like to work in a straight line, like going down this way, and then when I go to the other side, the same way that way. So I just take a little bit, put the latch hook, the knit picker under the lace a little bit. Well, it looks like it's like a mini latch hook, so that's why I keep saying latch hook, guys. But just kind of put it under the lace a little bit, and then what you want to do is just take some hair and just kind of hook a little bit of hair on, pull it down, and just kind of just like how you do crochet, and then you just pull it through. So I know you guys can't see that probably because it's like really small. So I'll do a few more just to kind of show you all how I do it. Once again, I'm taking the knit picker. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get it underneath the lace. Okay, got it underneath the lace. That. I'm just gonna go ahead and take some hair, pull it down, then I'm gonna go ahead and loop it and pull through. I mean, you could take slightly bigger pieces, but you don't want to make the pieces too big because then the knots will be very visible, and you don't want them to be super visible. Okay guys, so the second way that you can also do it, if you don't want to do it that way, is you can take really small pieces, like in your hand, just take really small pieces, like separate the hair really small, like this. Kind of want to smooth it out, and then you just also do the same thing. Put the latch hook underneath the lace, and then take the hair and just put it on a latch hook, and then just, you know, pull it through. So if you don't want a lot of frizz, you can do that method. You know, it also, you know, but you just got to try to make sure you take small pieces. So I'll show you guys one more time, just kind of smoothing it through. And this is where the clips come in handy, because you could clip the hair out of the way, which is what you want to do because you don't want things to start getting all tangled up. Just loop it, oops. Just loop it through, pull it down, and then pull it through like that. So I'll do some more, and as the closer towards the front I get, I'll come back and show you guys what it starts to look like, what it's starting to look like, because I think it'll be easier once I get more towards the front for you all to see. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've gotten a little closer towards the front here. So I'm just going to show you guys again. For me, I prefer the method of holding the hair all together like this and kind of just pulling little pieces with the knit picker. I feel like it's a lot easier for me. And I feel like it's just easier to grip the hair and to loop it onto the lace. So that's how it's looking so far. So I'll come back when I get to the other side. Alright guys, I'm finally back. It has been a few days now, probably about a week. You know, I was working on other things like that, you know, other wigs and things of that sort. So I kind of like stopped, you know, for a while with this, but I am continuing to finish it now. And as you can see, I am almost finished. I'm at the top now. So what I've been doing is I have been angling the crochet hook more towards a downward direction this way so that the hair falls the way that I want it to. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys what I'm doing up here. So I am looping it about 3 times, and then what I do is I take like a little piece of hair and I split it in half, and then I just go ahead and tie it because the hair is a little bit on the slippery side and I don't want the crochet hair to slip off of the cap. So I am tying it about 3 times. So I'll go ahead and do another one for you all so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So I'm just taking my latch hook and putting it through the cap. And I have been separating the hair maybe about 1 to 3 times depending on how thick each strand is. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and start ventilating on this side so I can show you guys how that looks. I don't know why I'm always dropping clips and stuff on the floor, but anyway, it happens. So what you want to do is make sure you have everything out of the way so that you can properly, you know, ventilate on this lace here. So once again, I have my small little knit picker here, and I have some hair. What I'm gonna do is the same thing I did on the other side. So I'm gonna open the little latch hook and insert it through the lace gently, and just kind of take like little, you know, try to get like a really small piece of hair onto it. So I have a piece of hair, so I pull it through, and then it's like doing a regular crochet, except for it's just smaller. And if you don't want to hold it in your hand like that, you can definitely take really small pieces of hair. You can also do it that way. That way it definitely creates less frizz. But if you don't mind frizz, you can definitely do it the other way. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue till I get, you know, towards the end. And then what I do once I get towards the end, I go back to the other side and fill it in some more. And then one more time on the other side, fill it in some more, so that the part looks nice and natural. So once I get done with this, I'll definitely come back and show you guys what the final results look like. Alright guys, I'm finally back. I have went ahead and finished the unit. So this is a completed unit. I have not cut or styled it yet, so this is without it being cut and styled. So I just wanted to come back really quickly and just show you all how natural the parting area looks. Let me zoom in for you guys so you guys can really see. So this is how natural the parting space looks. And as you can see, it's nice and full. So let me zoom back out. Okay. As you can see, it's nice and full. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the back. So this is what the back looks like. So it's pretty much a short style wig because, you know, I did cut the hair in half. Now I'll go ahead and give you all my pros and my cons about the hair. So, okay, I'll start off with the pros. So, let me see. The hair is 18 inches, which is great. You can cut it in half in order to make a shorter hairstyle, which is also great. I believe I used maybe 4 packs or either 3.5 packs, I'm not really sure, to create this style here. Excuse me guys. The hair was actually very easy to separate. I didn't feel like it really tangled much on me at all. So I would say, oh, and the color is really pretty, like it's a nice vibrant burgundy color. So I think I definitely like that. And the curl pattern The curl pattern is fine. You know, it's like a, I believe it's deep, is a deep wave or something like that. I think that's the curl pattern. Now I'll get into the cons. Well, for me, the con is the hair is nice, but it's actually pretty silky. So when you're crocheting hair that's really silky, you have to like knot it. Like I was knotting it like 3 or 4 times, and then once I was looping it about 3 to 4 times, and once I looped it, then I had to go ahead and knot the hair as well. Like take little strands and kind of like tie it together, because the crochet hair looked like it was wanting to slip out. So you definitely have to be aware of that. You know, that's something to be aware of when you're working with hair that is silky. You know, you have to loop it quite a few times, and then you also have to tie a knot to ensure that it doesn't come loose. I would say, for me, I would say that's probably maybe my only con. Would I purchase this hair again to do a wig? Probably not, because I'm not really a fan of silky hair like that. Like I feel like that's just too much extra nonsense, having to knot something like 1,000 times, having to loop it 100 times in hopes that it doesn't come out. But I think it's a nice style overall, and I think it was a very affordable style as well. So like I said, I'll definitely you know, definitely let me know what you guys think about this video, what you think about the hair, if you would actually try this particular curl pattern. I've tried other curl patterns from this collection, from the lulutress collection, that are a bit more kinkier, and I actually like those curl patterns better. I just decided this time to try something different, like something that was kind of like wavy and slightly wild. So I do think I achieved that with this look here. So I'll definitely say I think I achieved that. But the hair is very soft. It was easy to work with, and if you're a person that doesn't mind silky hair, that's not an issue for you, then I think this would definitely be a great option for you. So I feel like it was, like I said, I feel like it was affordable. Once again, I believe I used 3.5 packs. If you're going to leave it long, you might want to use about maybe 6 packs, I would say. And I did separate the hair quite a few times. So with this type of hair, you definitely want to separate it. You don't want to try to put it in the size that of the strands, like, because once you cut it in half, it kind of like separates, you know, separate it. But you should separate those strands into smaller strands, if you get what I'm saying. I think it'll be a lot easier, and the style will come out a lot better. If someone asked me, should they crochet this particular hair onto their braids, I would say no. I would definitely suggest making a wig out of it. I think you get better longevity with the wig, and I think it'll be easier for you to maintain and style it. If you're going to wear this particular curl pattern on your head, I think that it would probably get knotted and tangled and wind up in a hot mess. So I personally think for this particular curl pattern and the type of hair that it is, that it would be better made into a crochet wig. So that's just my personal opinion, but like I said, I just wanted to come here and just, you know, bring you guys a different type of video. I wanted to show you guys how I ventilate on that particular freetress lace cap, and you know, like I said, just wanted to show you guys how I did it. Definitely let me know if this is something that you would try out. Let me know if this cap is something that you would definitely look into trying out, you know, providing that, you know, ventilating is not really an issue. I feel like it's not really an issue because this parting space is not that big, and I'm also using a knit picker, which is like a really tiny latch hook. So I think it's definitely easier with that, using that as well. So thank you for watching my video. Definitely check out my website, lynnskinkykreations.com. I have some great sales going on right now. I have a $85 handmade spring twist sale. I also have a $25, a $50, and a $75 wig section. So definitely check out those sales. And don't forget to also sign up for my mailing list to be in the know of when I have new styles, new uploads, coupon codes, wigs, and things of that sort. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching, and see you all in the next one.